Welcome guys, welcome back to another anime review. This is going to be on episode 3 of Akashic Records. Now I have a lot of decent things to say about this episode, but I also want to say that of course Shumatsu or Sukatsuka, which is everyone likes to call it now, which I guess I should probably call it that from now on, is going to be delayed into tomorrow. I'm very tired today. Today was like a lot of pre-testing for my school, and starting tomorrow and this entirety of this week, there's going to be a lot of testing and possibly next week. So I'm going to be very busy and very tired. So if some of the reviews are late, I apologize, but I clearly don't want to be too tired for my tests, as that is that would be very bad. Yeah. But anyways, this episode of Akashic Records finally gives us the opening song, which I really didn't notice that the opening song never played in the last 2 episodes, which is kind of interesting. But this episode really shines a lot on Glenn's past and what we can expect from this anime. So everyone who wrote off this anime on episode 1 and episode 2, you need to get your act together. You don't just judge an anime on it's just its first couple episodes. At least give it the 3-episode rule. Now Akashic Records, it's a big part of that 3-episode rules, because episode 3 right now just cements to be that a lot of people like to judge an anime very early on, and that's when they drop it, and that's when they badmouth it, and that's when the popularity of it down tanks because they might have a cult following or something like that, and then they get like, oh yeah, I can't think for myself, so I'm gonna go say that this anime is terrible, judging from the screenshots I saw the first episode as well. That's kind of unfortunate, but for Akashic Records, it fits the bill of waiting for a couple episodes for the story to pick up. That's like saying the very first page of a book has to have crazy sorts of stuff happen for it to be good. That's not how a book works. Over time it builds up, and depending on how the material is handled, it can be good, it could be bad, it could be in between. Akashic Records is on the former ladder of it being a good anime. Now, I'm not saying that it's perfect, but it has, it's very good. Now, this episode cements the fact and gives us more information about Glenn's background, as he was part of this special force of mage that was going around and operating under killing evil rogue mages, I assume, from what was discussed here. And Glenn does indeed kill one of the co-conspirator leaders of this evil magic terrorist group that is trying to take Rumia away, because she is the princess of Ernesteria or Emresteria. I don't remember what it's called. It's something with an E. And so they basically go and break into the school, from the previous episode. And this episode was pretty dark. The guy who Glenn captured in the previous episode, who tried to have his way with Sistine, got killed off in the most pathetic way possible. He kind of deserved it, but at the same time I kind of felt bad because he was just sitting there in his bondage suit that Glenn put on him. But yeah, this also highlights that Glenn isn't all powerful. Sure, he's killed mages in the past, but it shows that he, in his limit to basically in order to make his spells more powerful, he has to chant longer, and then his opponents usually have the upper hand with them using more basic, more simpler forms of the magic. But they do the job, and he has to stay on the defensive or catch them unawares in order to use his magic efficiently. Like in this episode, he basically had Sistine when he's fighting against one of the leaders of the terrorist group. He basically takes a bunch of hits from these magic glowing swords. Kind of reminded me of Emiya's Unlimited Blade Works Noble Phantasm for Fate Ground Order. Even Glenn makes a little thing about that. It's like, I hate floating swords. Like, yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do against floating swords? I mean, you gotta keep an eye on them, and they're all dangerous, and like one hit can just murder you, right? And so he basically has to take the hit, and he basically relies on Sistine's, I guess, problem-solving skills to figure out that don't run. She's not supposed to run away exactly, but to help him out. And he, gambled on that. And he could have died. And the fact is that even though he's such a skilled mage, he has that little, time constraint. But what happened at the end of this episode, well, with the missing teacher who, Glenn was called in to replace, really comes full circle, because I really wasn't expecting Huey to return. He would just mention a couple times, oh yeah, he's not here anymore. We need a substitute. It's like, okay, I didn't really expect him to be part of this. which was interesting. I should have paid attention, but I guess the signs were there and I just wasn't observant enough. And of course, Glenn, instead of an epic battle, we get an epic battle of Glenn's ideologies and why he's going so far to save Rumi. It's not because she's, she's being held captive or she's a princess of Ernestia, or whatever the fuck it's called. He doesn't know at this point, but he's doing it because he wants to help people and that he can't see, people suffer because of this. And that his ideology as being a mage of justice, even though it was particularly worthless to him, he doesn't want his efforts to all be worthless in the end. So he's basically clinging to the ideal, and he uses his blood in order to cast a canceling spell. What was funny is that Huey says that if he dies, or if the transportation spell is complete, he blows up. And so essentially, on casting a teleportation spell, it waiting to blow himself up. And so yeah, if that wasn't the case, I apologize. But sometimes they'll be like, I want this to happen. I don't understand. And it's just like, watch the episode instead of glancing at whatever's happening on your phone. It's like at the movies. I don't like it when people are on their phones looking, on social media. Enjoy the damn movie, especially when you go on your phone and start talking. Shut the fuck up. But all in all, this episode was really great. The opening song finally played. Yeah, as I said before in the beginning of the review, I forgot that the opening song never played in the first 2 episodes. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I need to go back and check. But the opening song was pretty cool. It showed off some key visuals and showed that this anime isn't going to be your generic fan service harem type anime. There's going to be action. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff. New characters introduced. A lot of them were villains, and some of them are obviously going to be part of the main cast. And it also shows Glenn gearing back up in his mage killer outfit, and it's gonna be great. I have high hopes for this anime, and of course, Suka, whatever however you guys like shorten it to it now, it's gonna be tomorrow. As long as something doesn't come, I don't think I'm watching anything that comes out on Wednesday. I could be wrong, but if there is something now, I'll do it, together. But I really enjoyed this episode of Akashic Records. What are your thoughts on the episode? Leave a comment down below if you what do you think of the episode? Want to clarify some things for me, or just want to be like, hey, you missed this. What are your thoughts on that? And all of that. Leave a like if you like the video, or dislike it. It doesn't really matter. Share the video, subscribe if you haven't already if you like the content. And, follow me on Twitter. Also have a Patreon if you want. And without further ado, I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Raiyamo out. See y'all later.